I've seen quite a few questions lately regarding cork bases. Cork bases have become very popular over the last couple of years. It's a material that some people have been using for a very long time, but there seems to be quite a big interest in it at the moment. It's a really nice material to work with, and you can get some fantastic effects out of it. But there does seem to be quite a lot of question about what cork should I be using. So I thought I'd just run off this quick video, maybe help some people get an idea of what's available and what would be best suited for them. The two general types that you tend to see used, first off, there's cork flooring tiles, which a lot of people are using. Generally they're better for bigger projects. As you can see, it's quite a heavy grained material. It's still very easy to work with, it breaks easily. It does make quite decent sized rocks for smaller models as well. You quite easily break pieces off and just use the smaller pieces as basing material, and it looks great. But what most people are after is the sort of the broken rock effect for large scale models. Now there's an advantage and a disadvantage to using floor tiles. If I flip it over, I don't know if you can see that, it's actually sticky backed. The idea being that you can stick it straight down to the floor if you're using it for what it's intended for. In a way this is good because you can actually stick it to a base, give it a push down, and it's stuck. Yeah, don't even need to glue it. The disadvantage to it is that you can't flip it over. If you've got an interesting shaped piece that will line up well with a project you're working on, and you sort of think, oh, that would be better upside down, you have of course then got the sticky side up, and the glue they use on it tends to obscure a lot of the cracks and details that people want. So floor tiles, as I said, good for large models. Also, as I said, you can break smaller pieces off and use them for smaller projects. It does break easily. Cutting it sometimes, if you're after a perfect curve for the edge of a base, cutting it can sometimes be a bit of a pain, as the cracks in the material tend to throw your knife off as you cut it. But you can do it. Quite often it's easier if you stick it down, then flip it over and trim from the back side, because it gives you the base edge to follow. But that's often personal preference. The other type you tend to find is this. This is from a company called Gauge Master. It's designed for model railway setups. It's a lot thinner, as you can see. This, I think, was 2.5mm, which is quite a nice size. Again, it breaks very easy. It just tears. But I don't know if you can see this. It does have still that sort of grain effect that a lot of people are after. It tears easily. It's got quite a bit of flex in it, and if you do sort of give it a bit of a flex beforehand, you can quite often get it the sort of cracks to open up. You can also more or less just pick at it with your nails, he says, hopefully, and sort of get texture on it. Best way quite often is just scraping it with a tool, lifting off some of the material, and you can get, as you can see, sort of a broken ground effect. Price wise, there's not a huge lot of difference. I think for this, which is this kind of this specialist material, I paid £8 from Amazon, and I got a roll probably bigger than I'm ever going to use in my lifetime. It's not an expensive material, even if you buy the kind of the genuine stuff. You can of course pick up drinks coasters beer mats, things like that. Unless you're getting them for free, you're probably not going to see a great deal of saving. It's not an expensive material. So I'm just going to shut the camera off a bit. I'm going to do a couple of quick examples, and I'll be back and let you have a look at them.